I was in one of the biggest funks of my life, bro. How long is it gonna take for me to get my life where I want it to be? God, why you keep putting me through this? Like, why am I going through another layoff? Everybody's gonna double back and spin the block. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Alex Moore back with another video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at @realalexmoore_. That's the best place for y'all to catch me when I'm not posting on here. Told y'all we coming with the whiteboard vids, man. Y'all thought I was cap. You ain't expect to see it back to back, but we back to back with it. I'm gonna be sharing a very important topic today. Something I think a lot of us, dang near probably everybody watching this video can relate to in some type of way. This video is literally about a season of my life that I'm still in, but I want to at least give you my thoughts on what you can do to overcome this and how you can use this to your advantage. Yesterday we talked about how you could use isolation to your advantage. Today I want to talk about adversity a little bit and how you can use some of the darkest times of your life, some of the times where you feel lost, some of the times where you feel like nothing is going right, to your advantage and overcome that storm that you're in right now. I've talked about it plenty of times, but if you guys are new here, I'll say it again. 2023 was one of the best years of my life. Became a first-time home buyer. I had moved to a whole new state. I had just started a brand new relationship. I was making more money at the time than I ever made in my life. Everything seemed like it was going well. Constantly could take my girl out. We was going everywhere. We was going to Ruth Chris. I was taking her to Charlotte Hornets basketball games. I was taking her to Carolina Panthers football games. I was buying myself clothes. I was still saving up bread. Like, I felt like I was on top of the world, man. I was coming on YouTube hype all the time, just lit, just in a great attitude. Just nothing could go wrong. Nothing could stop me, bro. You seen that Toyota commercial? Nothing could stop my drive. That's how I felt, bro. I felt like Dame Lillard when he says, "You can't stop my ha-ha." That was me. I felt like nobody could stop my drive, bro. I felt like I was elite. I felt like I was him. I felt like I had finally made it. I wanted to have my finances on point. I wanted to be a man of God. I wanted to be a great leader. I wanted to be the best partner I could possibly be. All of these things I had, and it just felt like I was getting closer and closer to just checking each thing off, man. I was on cloud 9. And then about 6 weeks after moving into my crib, we got the word that layoffs were gonna be happening at work. Keep in mind, I was working remote at the time. It was about 4 of us on the team. We had 2 on the United States team and we had 2 on the Canadian team. All 4 of us were just on a Zoom call together and we were just thinking like, man, we're good. Like, we're not that high on the totem pole. I'm thinking I'm good because I had just gotten the job like 4 months before. So they're telling me like, yo, you know, expect just to learn for the first year. We're just gonna train you. This first year is just you soaking up all the information. So I'm thinking I'm straight. There's no way they let go of me. Then all of a sudden, probably about 5 minutes later, I get a Slack message saying, "Hey Alex, go ahead and join this Google meeting in about 5 minutes." As soon as I got sent that message, I knew it was over, bro. I went ahead and just told my coworkers right then and there, like, look, I just got told to go ahead and join this Google meeting. I'm pretty sure this means that I'm cooked. Here's my phone number in case they deactivate my account right after this call. Sure enough, the call lasted probably 2 minutes, if that, bro. They literally just did their whole spiel about layoffs. Unfortunately, you're impacted, blah, 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 blah. Have a good day. They literally didn't go into detail with anything with me, didn't say I was important to the company, to the team. Just said what they had to say, got me off the call. Never heard from that company again, never got a call from my supervisor, never got nothing. Like, they just kicked me to the curb, bro. And all of a sudden I went from feeling like I was on cloud 9, feeling like everything was going right in my life, feeling like I was him, you couldn't tell me nothing, to feeling like I was worthless, feeling like I was useless, wondering why I had to go through this again. I was wondering why I had to go through it again because I had just went through getting laid off a few months earlier. And I was like, God, why you keep putting me through this? Like, why am I going through another layoff? You just blessed me with this home. You just blessed me with all these things going right in my life. Like, why is it being taken away from me all of a sudden? And that happened in November of 2023. And from November of 2023 till probably April or March of 2025, I was in one of the biggest funks of my life, bro. I was in a huge rut. That morale that I had, that boost that I had up here, everything just tanked, bro. I stopped being a good boyfriend. I stopped having a strong relationship with God. I stopped posting on YouTube right after having the best year of my life on YouTube, getting monetized. Like, I just threw all that away. Started drinking a lot, started just watching a lot of entertainment, wouldn't go on social media, just was a hermit, bro, just to myself. I just wasn't me, bro. I was disconnected from the world. Nothing was going right at the time. I watched plenty of self-help videos. I watched plenty of self-improvement videos. This is how you get yourself out of a rut. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. But nothing seemed to stick, bro. I would do good maybe for a week and then I would just fall off and just repeat that cycle over and over again. It took me a long time, a lot longer than expected, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we have finally bounced back and are working to change our life, working to create a new reality. And I just wanna share a few steps that I've done to help myself get from rock bottom, help myself get out of feeling lost. With some of these steps, you guys can implement and start to change your situation as well. I know that was a really long intro, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. The first thing we're gonna do, and this is really self-explanatory, I'm not gonna lie, but how many of us actually do this right? We're gonna create a plan. I hope you can actually read that. My chicken scratch looks really, really bad right now. I already can't write and it looks even worse. So my fault, y'all, if y'all can't read it like that, but create a plan. We watch these videos on YouTube, man. We watch these videos about how people changed their life in 30 days, how they got out of a depression in 30 days. And it made it seem so easy, like, oh, just go ahead and get more sleep. Oh, go ahead and just go to the gym. Oh, go ahead and just meditate or journal and just everything is gonna change. They didn't quite give us a concrete plan on what we need to do. And especially when you're at ground zero. I literally was at ground zero. Finances, non-existent. Relationship with God, non-existent. Wasn't consistent in the gym. Had no confidence. Like, I was at ground zero, bro. And I wish I would have had a real concrete plan. So the first thing I want to say is go ahead and create a plan. And I need it to be as detailed as possible. I need you to lay out exactly what you're going to be doing in your day. You can do this through Google Calendar. This is something that I use. On my Google Calendar, I literally have it set up like I'm going to wake up at 4:15. At 5:15, I'm going to go to the gym. I need to be back home by 7 o'clock. From 7 to 8, I'm getting ready for work. From 8:30 to 5, I'm at work. From 5:30 to 6, I'm reading. From 6 to 9, I'm doing deep work, so on and so forth. Deep work basically just means working on a task that you need to accomplish. It's gonna help get you where you wanna be in life. So it could be, for me, creating a YouTube video like I'm doing right now, or it could be working on some YouTube shorts or creating an Instagram reel or applying to jobs, whatever the case may be. It's basically just something to get me to that next level. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. I had to hire a mentor. I had to hire a coach. So to all my guys who may be at ground zero, I know that may be hard. You may have to save up some bread, or you might just have to find an accountability partner. But if you can, I highly do recommend get yourself a coach, bro. Get yourself somebody that's gonna be able to be on this journey with you. I felt alone before I got my coach. I felt like nobody was with me on my side. It wasn't until I actually had a coach who had been in the same position as me, knew what it's like to be stressed out, knew what it's like to have finances tough. I was even losing my hair, y'all. It was that bad. That's why you see I got the do-rag on, I ain't gonna lie. Still working on getting the hair back, but I just needed somebody who had gone through the struggle and knew what it was like, but overcame it. So go ahead and create a plan, go ahead and hire a coach, go ahead and stick to the schedule. I did all those things and then I thought, okay, my life is gonna be better in 30 days because that's what I saw in the YouTube videos. I didn't realize that it doesn't really work like that. When you're just getting started and trying to build yourself up, this is gonna take time, bro. This isn't gonna be an overnight success story. This isn't gonna be something where you start January 1st and by February 1st, everything is gonna be different. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. There's a good chance you're gonna see minimal results. You might see minimal results for the first month. You might see minimal results for the second month. You might see minimal results for the third month. I think I'm in month 4 now and I'm still seeing minimal results. Like, I've seen improvement, don't get me wrong, but it's not what I expected it to be, and that's okay. That's what I had to realize. I used to get so frustrated early in my journey, like, why isn't it clicking? Why isn't it clicking? I'm doing this. I'm going to the gym, working on YouTube, doing all of these things, but nothing is clicking. And I would get so mad and frustrated at myself. But you guys need to understand that this is a process. This is something that may take 6 months. This is something that may take 12 months. But every day we're working on our task. We're working on getting one step closer to the life that we truly want to live. These days compound over time. So if you can just stack these days up one day after another. I went to the gym on Monday. I went to the gym on Tuesday. I went to the gym on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, bet. I'm good for week 1. Did the same thing in week 2, the same thing in week 3. Once you start to get to week 12, once you start to get to week 16, once you start to get to week 20, once you start to get to week 24, that's when the fruits of your labor are going to pay off. That's when you're going to see results in the gym. That's when you're going to see the YouTube start to take off. That's when you're going to start to see the money that you've been saving in your bank account over these months. You're going to start to see it look good. You guys get what I'm saying. If you can just compound all of that over time, the results will get there. But you have to be willing to stay the course. You have to be willing to stick to the plan when you don't see the results. Instead of saying create the plan, I probably should have said stick to the plan, because that's the harder part. We're not going to pivot. It's okay for the results to not come in right away. You just got to trust it, bro, and keep going. One other thing I want to mention though is that this is a painful process. I've had to lose a lot of things along this journey that I didn't expect. I've had to accept the fact that you might be on this journey alone, and you have to be okay with that. You have to understand that it's going to be a painful process. It's going to be painful emotionally. It's going to be painful physically. When you're pushing yourself like that in the gym to your absolute limits and you're not seeing results the next day or in 2 weeks, that can do something to your mind, but you have to work past that. When you and your best friend or you and your girlfriend or whatever the case may be, when y'all break up or stop talking, it's gonna hurt when you're just by yourself having to go through everything, bro. That success that we want is on the other side of the sacrifice, on the other side of the pain. So you have to understand that this is all a part of the journey, bro. If these things are happening, that means that you're getting exactly what you prayed for. It's just not there yet. You just have to give it some more time, bro. That was one of the hardest things for me, and y'all will see. I got a video dropping really, really raw, really emotional, really embarrassing if I'm being honest, but I have to post it just so you guys can get a glimpse of what it's like going through these things in real time. It is gonna be lonely. It is gonna be a lot of long nights. It's gonna be a lot of nights when you're questioning what you're doing, but if that's the case, that means you're on the right track. I'm not gonna lie to you. The next topic I wanna discuss is that it's gonna be a very uncomfortable, I really don't know if y'all can see that. If y'all, type down in the comments below if y'all can see what I'm saying, because I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, this looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie, but the second topic I have for you guys is the uncomfort. It's gonna be hard, bro. Like, this is gonna be the most uncomfortable time of your life. I want you guys to know if your days aren't uncomfortable, that means you're not pushing yourself the way you need to. I've never been this uncomfortable in my life, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. One of the things that I'm doing well when it comes to being uncomfortable is, like I said a little bit earlier, waking up at 4:15 every single day, hitting the gym every single day without missing any days, tracking my macros and my nutrition being on point. I've never done those things a day in my life, at least not to this consistent level that I'm doing it at. Posting YouTube shorts, posting 4 YouTube shorts a day, bro. Like, that sounds insane to say out loud. Posting Instagram reels. I hate Instagram with a passion. Never thought I would be posting Instagram reels. Crying on camera. Like, these are things that I'm getting judged for, bro. So for me, being this vulnerable, like sharing my ups, sharing my downs, sharing how I really feel on like an emotional level that can be seen by some people as, oh, this isn't masculine because you're a man and you're complaining. You just need to thug through whatever it is and just keep pushing. While yes, you definitely do need to keep pushing through whatever you're going through, but it is okay to share how you're feeling in that moment. If you're down, if you're frustrated, if you're unconfident, if something's not right, it's okay to go ahead and say those things. Now, obviously you got to pick yourself up and keep going, but sometimes you just have to get those emotions out. But that could be really uncomfortable, man. Also, just the uncomfort of not knowing how long it's going to take. Like, dang, is this going to take 3 more months? Is this going to take 6 more months? Is this going to take a year? Is it going to take 2 years? Like, how long is it gonna take for me to get my life where I want it to be? We don't know. We don't know how long it's gonna take, bro. It could be tomorrow. It could be in 6 weeks. It could be in 6 months. It could be in 4 years. You never know, but as long as we're alive, the days are gonna pass anyway. So we might as well just put the work in every single day. I would say we have to stop getting so caught up on the fact that how long it's gonna take, because we have to realize, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later, once we get to that point that we want, once we have all those objectives, that doesn't mean that we just quit. That doesn't mean that we stop, let our foot off the gas and just say, I've made it. Like, there's always more work to be done, bro. So I don't want to talk about that too much in this chapter, but being uncomfortable, bro, just understand that's a part of the game. Understand it's going to be L's. Understand you're not going to be perfect. Understand you're going to be frustrated. Understand that there's going to be plenty of days where you just want to quit. And the third point I want to make today, and this one can be tough, especially in the beginning, bro. This is gonna be tough. No support, bro. You're not gonna have any support on your journey, especially when you're starting out, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with understanding people aren't gonna post your YouTube videos, but they're gonna post AMP's YouTube videos, or they're gonna post DDG's YouTube videos. And that could make you feel some type of way at times, because it's like, yo, you sharing what's happening on the Shade Room, you share what's happening on the Diddy scandal, like all of these things, but you can't repost one of my videos. You can't comment on a vid. You can't tell me I'm doing this or doing that, or yo, I'm so proud of you, you about to blow up. You're gonna have to accept the fact that the people who are closest to you, the people who you grew up with, they're gonna be the last people to support you, bro. You're gonna get the love from the strangers before they start to show up and show love. And that's okay, you have to accept that. It's gonna be great in the beginning, like when you first start on your journey. Let's say you first start going to the gym, or you first start making YouTube videos. Like, for the first few weeks, it's gonna be cool. Like, everyone's gonna be like, yo, you can do this, I'm proud of you, da 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 da. But once that high wears off and you're just stuck in the daily task of, I'm going to the gym, I'm recording this YouTube video, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, it's like the love is gonna start to go less, 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 less. But peep this, it's only less because you're at that phase right now. It's only less because you don't have that physique just yet. It's It's only less because you don't have that money just yet. It's only less because you don't have that car just yet. But what you think is gonna happen when you make it, bro? What you think is gonna happen when they see you pull up in that Corvette you always wanted? What they gonna say when you in shape, bro? When you only 10% body fat? They gonna double back. The girls is gonna double back. The ones who wasn't checking for you before when you was grinding, when you didn't have it all together, when you shot your shot and they left you undelivered or they left you on scene, now all of a sudden they wanna double back and be like, hey big head, what's good? But we gotta accept that, bro. I have a crazy example for this, man. I'm posting a lot on Instagram right now. Make sure you follow me at @realalexmoore_. And I had a birthday a couple of weeks ago. And typically over the years for my birthday, I only get like maybe 2, 3, 4 shout outs. Like usually it's nothing crazy. This year, y'all, I got my typical 2 to 3 shout outs, and then all of a sudden other people started reposting me for whatever reason. It was like it took one person, like one extra person or 2 extra people to repost me to all of a sudden everybody's reposting me, bro. I'm like, I haven't even talked to you in a year. I haven't talked to you in 5 months. You left me undelivered last time, but now all of a sudden y'all making actual stories telling me happy birthday. But y'all don't even talk to me like that. And I appreciate the love first and foremost. I know they was doing that just to probably get reposted, get reshared. You know, they felt obligated or they felt weird because they saw other people they know doing it. So they said they had to do it. But that's life, bro. That's how it works. Most people are followers. So when people see in the beginning you don't have the support or the YouTube videos is low, like, oh, he only got 30 views on this video, I'm not gonna watch. It could be a banger video, but since it doesn't have that public proof, that public exposure, people aren't checking for you like that. But best believe, once they see that video has 10K views, once they see that video has 20K views, once they see you got 10K subs and you got a little motion, everybody's gonna double back and spin the block, bro. So just trust the process and understand that it's okay that people aren't gonna support you in this phase. It's okay that your views are gonna be low on your YouTube videos. It's okay that your engagement might be low on Instagram. It's okay, bro. It's all a part of the process. Most of us have to start off small and just work our way up. The best part about being down at the bottom though and having this low count or not having much engagement is we know who's rocking with us when we're nobodies. Like we know who is really showing love when we don't have the support. And those people always mean the most to us when we make it because those were the same people that were with us when we were at zero. So I know this channel hasn't blown up just yet, but I know who my loyals are on this channel. I know who is rocking with me on each video or each short, like who's commenting. I know these things and I'm best believe I'm not gonna forget them when I make it big. Don't take it personal, just understand that's a game and they gonna spin the block when it's time. So this last point that I have not went through it just yet, but I know it's a part of the game once you get successful. It's mad slanted. L riding, bro. But the last thing I have for you guys is don't stagnate. Don't stay stuck. Once we see a little bit of results, once we see that body filling out a little bit more, maybe that 6-pack is coming in, or once we've made our first $80,000 or $90,000 or $100,000, or maybe once we have our own crib, whatever the case may be, it can get easy to get complacent. It can get easy to get caught up in the distractions, get caught up in the fact that, you know, people are starting to spin the block. All of a sudden you get more love. Like everybody is just feeding into the fact that you done made it. That can often cause you to just stay stagnant and just accept where you at or lose progress. We see it all the time, especially with athletes. When these athletes make it to the NBA, we see often they lose that hunger after their first contract. It's like, yo, I kind of did everything I needed to do. Like I made it to the league. I'm a millionaire, paid off my mama's crib, financially set for life. I could just chill. And you see them start to go down the wrong path. You see them partying a lot more than being in the gym. You see them messing with the wrong type of females. Not only messing with the wrong type of females, but oftentimes they have kids with these women, or they get exposed by these women, or there's scandals with these women, whatever the case may be. There's so many negative things that come with being successful or making it that I think people don't really take into consideration. It's important to understand, okay, I got to this point by being a certain way, by being elite, by being so obsessed with my task, my standards, the things that I want to accomplish. I have to keep that same hunger, that same desire when I have the things that I want, when I have the mansion, when I have the car, when I have the girls, when my family is financially free. How can you keep that same hunger? I think it's important to, one, keep God first. Remember that God is responsible for all of this. He can take it away from you at any moment if you're not managing what you're supposed to do correctly, but also just preparing for this and understand that the temptations are gonna come. And I'm not saying it's a problem for you to go ahead and not have fun. Like you definitely should have fun and celebrate. But what's more important, the fun or the work? Like you got this far by putting in the work. Now you wanna lose it just by having fun all the time? You can't lose your purpose. You can't lose that hunger that you had. Until we die, We have to have that same hunger, bro. Even after we've made it, we have to still move the same way. We have to still wake up at 4 o'clock. We have to still go to the gym consistently. We have to still make our YouTube videos. We have to still make sure we're reading. We have to consistently keep sharpening ourselves every single day. Just imagine if you started slacking off for 6 months. Just imagine if you started slacking off for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Eventually you're gonna lose all the progress you made and have to double back and start all over. And we don't want to do that after we worked so hard to get to this point. I'm preparing myself, although I'm not there yet, and I want you guys to make sure you prepare yourself as well. Don't get stagnant. Don't get caught up with the distractions. Don't let the lust get to you. Stay focused on the goal and keep pushing. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know what you would add, what you would subtract, or what your experience is so far going from being down bad to being successful, or if you were successful and had to go through being down bad again. Let me know your thoughts down below. It's Alex Moore. I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.